Man getting a real nice jump off of turn 2.
Perry up on the outside looking for the advantage, takes over the lead down the back straightaway by a half a car, and he's got the hot rod up on his bumper. Sam Lincoln working that outside lane. They come off of 4. Here comes the 0-3 of Henriques looking 3 wide, settles it back behind as they hit turn 1.
Smoke coming out of the 15 of Cestodio. Meanwhile, 2 wide for third, 2 wide for fifth with Henriques and Brightman running up on the inside. Perry maintaining the lead with Marcoux right on his tail.
They're stacked up double wide from 4th on back, and here comes Nick Brightman on the inside of Henriques off at turn number 2. They race down the back straightaway. He's got Cestodio on his tail. Meanwhile, up top, you got Lincoln up on the outside with the 20 of Jared Cordeira right up on his back bumper.
Top 5 nose to tail down into the back straightaway. Henriques trying to run up on Marcoux on the outside, with Brightman and Cestodio falling way inside, bunched up deep in the field with 4 laps on the board.
Mike Marcoux doing a heck of a job sitting in that number 2 spot, holding on. His best run ever as he runs down the back straightaway. He's got Mike Henriques knocking on the back door as they enter turn number 3, nose to tail. Off the corner, Henriques takes a look down to the inside of that black, white, and gold number 18, but Marcoux's able to shut the door.
Top 7 nose to tail as Emily Brightman goes a lap down. Perry still leading the charge. Henriques and Nick Brightman 2 wide for third as Henriques trying to get a run up on the outside. Brightman trying to shut the door, and he does. Here comes Cestodio on the inside.
Brightman with a run down on the inside takes over the 3rd spot. Cestodio fills the hole down low, takes up to 4th as Henriques starts the backslide just a bit on the top side. Drops back to 5th. Marcoux now gets kicked up top as Brightman is on a tear. He's up to 2nd with Cestodio glued to his rear bumper.
Perry trying to pull away, 2 car lengths ahead of Nick Brightman. Henriques trying to get a dive on the inside for 4th on Mike Marcoux. Lincoln still in it for 6th. Marcoux way up high. Brightman trying to make a run off of turn 4.
7th right now is Jared Cordeira. 8th is the 30. Trying to hang on while Marcoux drops to the bottom, slows up that momentum right there. Henriques had to back off the throttle. Lincoln takes a look to the outside as the top 3 and a little bit of a breakaway. Here comes Cestodio looking underneath Brightman, settles it in back behind.
Perry maintaining that 2 car length lead into the back straightaway. Meanwhile, for 6th, it's Cordeira trying to run up on Lincoln, and Souza on the inside trying to avoid lap traffic is Mike Marcoux.
Marcoux making that car extra wide. Look how loose it is off the corner. The back end wants to slide out. He's able to gather it back in, but every time that the 0-3 of Henriques gets a run in down on the inside, the 18 gets sideways. Battle for 2nd. Here comes Cestodio looking to the outside down into turn number 1. Battle for the number 2 spot off the corner. Cestodio up top. Brightman down on the inside. They chase the 0 of Perry. Trouble off of turn number 4. 1 car goes around. That's the 80 machine. He's able to get the back up on the throttle, but not before the caution came out. And that was a quick yellow, and it looks like somebody's got some fluid dropping on the racetrack. 1 driver did just that. Forgot his helmet. I'm not going to say who it was, but let's just say it was a fresh thought for this driver, and he got ridiculed for it. Of course, I jumped in on it too and gave him a ribbing because he deserved it. He forgot his helmet on opening day. Can you imagine Mookie Betts going to opening day and forgetting his glove? Tisk, tisk. All right. It was water out on the racetrack, so it dried up very quickly. It's nothing that's going to be in, but running over by the cars to get it. So that's all that was. That's why we are ready to go green with 12 laps complete, 1 lap shy of halfway. And this one's going to start to get interesting as they come off of turn number 4. It is Perry and Brightman leading the charge down into turn number 1 with Cestodio right there. Marcoux still sits 4th. Cordeira rounds out the top 5. We've got a battle for the lead.
Brightman, great run up top off of turn 4. Cestodio right on the rear bumper of Greg Perry. Down into turn 1, side by side for league. Brightman is right there with the wild man.
Down the back straightaway, door handle to door handle, down into turn number 3. Nick Brightman edging out ahead of Perry off of 4. Perry battles back down to the stripe. Perry's got it by a hair as they come down off of turn number 2, and I look at the scoreboard and the 5's transponder is not working, so it better not be that close when it comes down to the stripe at this time. Perry's got a car length advantage at the stripe. Brightman trying to close down. Cestodio is right there.
Cestodio trying to weave his way onto the inside, can't get there. Tom 6 nose to tail into turn 3 as Conrad heads pit side. Cestodio diving down to the inside. He'll overtake second from Brightman. Perry's still in the lead.
Brightman back to third, Cordeira fourth, and Souza rounds out the top 5 as they hit turn number 1 and 2. Nose to tail down the back straightaway. Cordeira drops out of line, takes a peek to the inside, gets a little bit of rubbing on the 5. They both gather it in. Souza takes a look to the outside. He goes around the 20 of Cordeira down into turn number 1, and up front they are bumper to bumper down the back straightaway for the lead. Cestodio takes a peek down to the inside.
Cestodio might have that inside lane. They touch off of 4. Perry able to maintain the lead with Henriques right on that rear bumper of Cordeira. He has not left his side for several laps.
Down the back stretch they go, and Cestodio settles in right behind him. Perry strong on the outside, able to hold him off that time as they come off of 4. Cestodio tries to regroup, and here comes Brightman back up on the tail end of his number 15. They roll down the back straightaway. The 30 of Ethan Souza closing in on that battle as they hit turn number 3.
Top 4 nose to tail off of turn 4. Perry, Cestodio, Brightman, Souza, and the caution flag is going to come out. Courtemanche spun around in turn 3 into the infield, so we will get a stoppage, which is just what Brightman needed with 6 laps left to go.
We're already at 2. I think I'll go the over on that one. And Ethan Souza on the outside of the front row. KJ looking the field over. Perry, Cestodio, the veterans leading it off the corner. There's a green flag. We're back up to speed. And Cestodio, whoa, Perry's got a problem on the start. He slides up the racetrack off the pace, and we've got a battle for the lead between Cestodio and Brightman, but that's going to come back as Perry comes off of turn number 4 as your pole sitter, but comes to a halt up in turn number 2.
That might have been a chain issue similar to Macedo.
Well, these guys don't run. The only chain on these cars are the timing chain, and if that breaks, he's not rolling away, and you're going to see a lot of smoke. So Greg Perry looking to kick off the season in victory lane with 6 laps is Ethan Souza and Jared Cordeira. Mike Henriques rounds out the top 5, looking for the green when they come back around. 6 laps to go, 2 miles remaining in this between the green and checkered flags. Who will it be off of 4? Getting the jump. They wind it up. They start to push the throttle. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Cestodio gets a good jump. Brightman trying to hang on to the outside. Ethan Souza looking down low as they come off at 2.
Brightman got a good jump off of turn number 2, and the outside looking to dive his way into the inside. Cestodio still there. 5 laps to go. Cordeira sliding way up the racetrack. He's in a battle with Henriques for 4th.
Up front, Brightman takes a peek down to the inside, but got up on the berm, and that upset the car just a little bit, allows Cestodio with a little bit of a breakaway. 2-car length advantage over the 5 off of 4. Here comes Ethan Souza, sneaking a peek down to the inside, but Brightman is able to shut the door down the front straightaway. Into 1 and 2 they go, and the battle right now for 4th continues to be hot and heavy. Henriques down to the inside, Cordeira up top, and Henriques has the advantage there through the corner.
Badach still trying to run up, trying to make it too wide for 5th. Cestodio starting to run away with this a little bit. He got about a 5-car length advantage heading into turn 3 with the twin sticks next time by.
Perry makes it back up, but he is 3 laps down with 2 laps to go. Cestodio sets the pace, brings the field down the back straightaway. He's got a 5-car length advantage and widening. The 5 of Brightman still sits in the number 2 spot with the white flag high in the air. Scott Cestodio trying to make a triumphant return to the Pure Sox trouble off at turn number 2. Caution down the back straightaway. The 18 of Marcoux goes around, and we are under yellow with 24 laps. One more time, we try this. A 2-lap shootout as they come off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. Cestodio trying to get another jump on the field. Ethan Souza dives out of the inside. He and Brightman make contact. Brightman goes around off of turn number 2. Caution flag unfurls once again.
Man, oh man.
Brightman trying to hold off the charges of Ethan Souza.
Brightman still getting caught up with the tail. Advanced ticket holders, you can get in at 2:30. Everybody else, you can get in at 3 o'clock for the unofficial start.
On the restart. An odd twist of events over the last 6 laps of this one. Green-white checker finish. 23 are complete. 2 remain as they come off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle. One more time they wind it up. And it is Cestodio getting away, leading it down into 1 and 2. But the battle behind him ensues. Here comes Mike Henriques down to the inside of Ethan Souza. The 0-3 down low. The 3-0 up top as they come off of 4.
Cestodio with the white flag in the air, hanging on to his lead. That battle still for second. Henriques, Souza, door handle down the back straightaway.
Into 3 and 4 for the final time, and Cestodio all alone out front. He rolls off the corner, a triumphant return to the pure stocks, and second place will go to Ethan Souza, just edging out Mike Henriques. Jared Cordeira 4th, and rounding out the top 5, Josh Badach with a good run for him. So how about that? Couple of restarts later, finding himself back in victory lane. Welcome back to Scott Cestodio.
Back up through. Thank you, man. Yeah, the 20 couldn't hold his line. I don't know why. Just can't drive clean. But, yeah, happy to be here. I was kind of hoping to catch the 15, but it wasn't happening. I don't even know how the 30 finished where he did after taking out the 5. But I want to thank everybody that's involved. I can't forget any sponsors. So I got to thank Craig Farrier, Electric, Santos Recycling, Jesse's Diner, Mark Murphy, Auto Body. I want to thank Punky Melberg, Twiggy, my kids, Noah, KJ, just everybody involved, really. Here we go.
Congratulations, Ethan. A good run, a little tight battle there. Let's get your view of what happened.
Yeah, I think he just came down into my lane on the restart, and I cut him a break the one before, and I was there, so I wasn't letting him have it that time.
You got to feel good, real good to come out of here with a second place finish tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the most fun I've ever had. I mean, this thing was awesome. I got to thank Uncle Fred. He spent a lot of time, hard work, working on this car, putting this car together for me. So to come out here and finish, second place in its first race, I think is huge. And thank you so much again. Thank you, Catman Sports, Lucky's, MO Life, Keep It Clean Detailing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right, good run. Congratulations, second place. And how about this? Stocks, how about a round of applause for Scott Cestodio? Russ came off pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah, this guy goes good.
Seemed like once you got out there and got into a rhythm, you found yourself back home, if you will.
Yeah, the car was actually better on the outside. I was really looking forward to running outside of Greg for a while. And I guess his car broke or whatever, but it was fun.
To come back after, a 4-year absence, find yourself right back in victory lane, it's got to feel real good.
Yeah, it's awesome. There was a lot of people saying that, kind of giving me a hard time in the pits today, but that's all right. It's a good time. I really have to thank the Lambert family and Jeremy Lambert for letting me drive this thing. Springville and Memory Care, Sorgi, my father, all my family, all the crew. It's awesome back in victory lane.
Welcome back. How about a round of applause for your top 3?